Good afternoon, everybody, or evening. It depends on where you're at. Welcome to another Steve Henry Show. That's right, it's another show. And today I promised you the second part of the French Revolution. It's going to be cordon bleu, chicken cordon bleu, one of my favorites. And you know, as I was taking that out of the oven, oven skillet, we cheated a little bit, and I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. But as I was taking that out, I couldn't help and resist a bite. It is going to be delightful. You are in for such a treat. And by the way, speaking of treats, Shanna is here. This is a friend of ours from our community. She says 7,000 of those TikTokers following her. There might be 1,000 right now. If you are one of those, if you are one of Shanna Bodana's type of TikTok followers, and you want to subscribe to the show, I recommend it highly because we give a Jeep away, a Jeep Patriot away about every 10 weeks on this show live. And we've given 5 away a year. We've given 3 away already. We have 1 more to give away for Thanksgiving. I was saying Thanksgiving. I'm thinking more like, what am I thinking? I'm thinking, yes, put this on, and you never know who is going to show up. It's over here somewhere. It's over here somewhere. Where are you? Yeah, you never know who's going to show up for Halloween. That's right. That's just a little fun. We're going to give that Jeep away. If I show up looking like that on your doorstep at Halloween, that means you just want a Jeep. In order to win that Jeep, you got to subscribe to the Steve Henry Show. You got to ring that bell, and you've got to somehow like the page. If you do that, you are going to be entered into that spin, and we spin, like I said, 5 times a year for that Jeep Patriot. If you miss this live broadcast, and some of us do, we tried to pick out the best time possible by calling it What's for Dinner. But Saturday, 4 o'clock Mountain Time, live here in Albuquerque in the studio, and it's getting smaller by the minute here as we add more people to this. It's getting kind of fun, though. 4 o'clock live. If you can't make it, we have something called a preview or a rerun type of video. Right after the 4 o'clock show live, you can actually archive that video replay anytime you want and watch the entire chicken cordon bleu presentation. So enough said for that. We have giveaways too. On this show, we give away about $400 to $500 a week. They're $100 intervals, and we are going to do one. When you hear that from what was that? When you hear that, you know something happened from the Wednesday show. What was that? Sounded like this thing came alive over here. Did you come alive? He's going to wish he did by the time we get through with that. So, the first person in that comment section, or actually going to be the second one to make that Grand Marnier and Cointreau, or however you want to pronounce that in the French version of the liqueurs from last week's wonderful Crepes Suzette show. Anyways, without further ado, today we have, and boy, I hope, Amanda, if you are sitting there live in Maryland, I hope you're feeling better, babe, because this show, it's about you, it's about everybody, the whole community. It's not my show, it comes from him, obviously, but it's through you. It's your show, ladies and gentlemen, loved ones, and I want to just reiterate that every week. You are loved, and this is your show, not my show. It's just having a good time, a little cooking lesson, some giveaways, and you know what? We just love on each other. Comment in there, say hi to everybody if you get a chance. Get to know one another. It's a wonderful thing, and I believe it's just growing in leaps and bounds, and it's a wonderful thing to see the comments and the interactivity that you folks have for one another. Without further ado, chicken cordon bleu. Many rumors come to this historical lesson. The French did it. No, the Germans did it. I don't know who did it. I don't really give a rat's rear who did it. The bottom line is somebody did it, and they did a great job. Chicken cordon bleu is an amazing thing. We are going to show you a couple things. Here at the show, if you're new to the show, we have an education portion. I kind of whipped over that because there's so many stories surrounding the chicken cordon bleu history. But we go into a presentation mode where we actually prepare the item step by step, and then we will present it. And you want to stick around for the presentation because the presentation portion is that wow! Yeah, wow! Yeah, when you present that to your boss over for dinner or your family or a get-together of some sort of social gathering, you're just going to be wowed. I mean, they're going to say wow. If you go back through some of these videos, and some of the content that we provided is incredible. It's just incredible. Today, without further ado, we're not going to disappoint either. The chicken cordon bleu presentation will be amazing, absolutely amazing. But nonetheless, we got to start from scratch. So this is a chicken breast. Look at the size of that. Now, you've heard of big breast. We're going to leave that one alone. But the big breast, yes, this is a big breast. Comes from a little market down the street here. They farm raise these things in a little village next to Rio Rancho, and they're fed vegetables. I didn't know that, but these guys are basically vegetarians. They love their fruit and vegetables. They'll do corn and they'll do grain, but these guys here in this particular little small town, they get fed vegetables, and you can tell the meat is just pure white. It's incredible. Not yellow like some of the corn-fed chicken you can find, but that is one huge breast. And look at that, I got that in my hand. Is that amazing or what? We're going to cook that but we want to show you exactly how to get to there. How do you get a big breast in your hand? Well, you do it pretty easily. You start off with, I'm going to have the camera come over this way because this is how we're going to do this. We're going to start off with just the raw breast, okay? This is that raw breast that we just saw. This is big. Now, a lot of these cooking shows show a half a breast. I don't know why they do that. Let's go big, and you can slice it like a piece of roast or something, and that's how we're going to present it when we're done with this. But nonetheless, I've taken the liberty of taking the bone out, skinning it, and tenderizing it with a little mallet, okay? And again, these cooking shows, these guys are quite impressive. They put their plastic over there, and they get their little half breast, and the tap, tap, tap. Now, I get a mallet out, and I get a whole breast, and I just beat the living daylights out of that thing, and I come up with this. And so, without further ado, what is this stuffed with, you ask? Okay, well, we start off with some good Danish ham. We're going to put that right in the center there. The Danish ham goes like that. The Swiss cheese, this is a good Jarlsberg Swiss cheese, and not to be outdone with a little mozzarella. I just love oozing cheese coming out of a chicken. That doesn't sound too good, but I mean, hey, when you think about it, oozing cheese coming out of a chicken. So we have the contents here. That is our Danish ham, our Jarlsberg Swiss, and our mozzarella. Now, the secret is to roll that up like a, well, if you were a smoker in the 70s, and maybe you still are, maybe you can still smoke one like that and roll one. I used to be a pretty good roller back in the day, but that was a long time ago. So we're going to just do it this way. We're going to pierce these with some toothpicks. Now, the toothpicks will hold this in place. We got to make sure we pull these out when every once in a while one breaks, and I just heard that break, but that's okay. And then we are going to turn this guy over on this side here, and we're going to just pierce him as well. We're just basically putting 3 toothpicks in this bird, and that will suffice. A lot of people put, I see 10 toothpicks. You don't need 10 toothpicks. Once this bird sets up, now see, there you have it. That is a perfectly formed chicken breast from our Keller's Market down the street. Look at how white that is. That is one white bird. That's almost an albino. So we put this first in our dusting mechanism, which is our flour. Now, this is a seasoned flour, not just any flour. By the way, the premise of this show is based on a cookbook that's forthcoming. We're hoping in time for the holiday season. And everything is done in a skillet, okay? And basically a 15-minute process. You're saying, what? Everything you cook is pretty much. If you followed all the videos, that's correct. Everything is basically done in a skillet. We even went on the road a couple times from anywhere, anytime, with our skillet. And so that is the dusting of the bird. Now it gets a little messy from this point on. We are going to egg the bird, egg him on a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna egg him on. And then once we drain a little bit of that egg off, she is going to go into the breading. And again, this gets very messy. You want to wear gloves, or at least prepare your hands for something that's not too pleasant. In these breadcrumbs, we have Parmesan cheese, garlic, and some seasonings. And again, don't despair. The cookbook, when made available, will have exactly what is going to be in this bird, or the ingredients to make the bird, and how much and what. So no worries there. But again, here we go. Now we have, I'm going to put these two together so you have a good sight. Kind of make room here, get rid of our, this is kind of a mess, as I said. Did I mention mess? I did. I mentioned mess. We're going to put that away for just a moment. And now what we have are 2 birds flying together, southbound. And we're going to light a burner, and we're going to show you just how we're going to prepare these and get them ready for the preparation portion. Now, nothing is complete without a good sauce. Now, there are education to this, as I mentioned. There are 5 mother sauces in the world today, always have been, 5 mother sauces. And those sauces are sauces that are for starters. For example, there's a bechamel, which is a white sauce. There's a brown sauce. There is a hollandaise sauce. You know how hollandaise is. We make a béarnaise from a hollandaise sauce. There's a tomato sauce. And there's a velouté. Today we're going to do velouté. And velouté is nothing more than a chicken stock, or a blonde chicken stock that's been thickened. And again, no need to despair. That is equal parts of flour and butter, called roux. Remember we had that on the, roux. It's time for a question. That's right. We have questions here for $100. Forgive me. Let's get 2 under right away. In last week's video, I need this yes or no. Did we buy the crepes at Whole Foods? Yes or no? Did we buy the crepes at Whole Foods? I will take the 6th correct answer in the comment section. The 6th correct answer in the comment section. Did we cheat, more or less, and buy the crepes from Whole Foods last week? Let's do another one right away. That's good for $100. In today's video, what kind of ingredients went into this beautiful rendition of Chicken Cordon Bleu? The ingredients. I want the ingredients. I'll give you a hint. One was cheese, and the other one was a pork item. I want those two items. And let's do, oh my goodness, the first correct answer. The very first correct answer in the comment section. What did we put on the inside of this Chicken Cordon Bleu to make it Cordon Bleu? Two ingredients, pretty simple. I think you guys can get that one. So there's the $200 right off the bat. I look on the board here and I see somebody already took that first prize. They heard the rooster and I said, what was that? And that was the Grand Marnier and the Cointreau answer. That was very, very true. The second person, oh, you know, she always wins. That girl, I'm telling you. Anyways, let's light some burners here. We're going to do the velouté sauce. Just heat that up just a tad. And again, the velouté sauce is one of the 5 mother sauces. And that sauce is comprised of a chicken stock with 2 ingredients we're going to add right now. The first one's going to be wine. Oh, yes, we love our wine here at the Steve Henry Show, especially Chardonnay. If anybody's asking, that's Chardonnay. Yeah, woohoo, Chardonnay. So we're going to put a little Chardonnay in there, and then we're going to douse it with a little heavy cream. Heavy cream is like putting that in your coffee. The change, the metamorphosis change that takes place when you put that cream in there is incredible. So we're going to put a little cream in there. It's going to also color it properly. So we got a little wine, we got a little cream in a chicken stock that's been thickened or tightened with that roux, the flour and butter combination. And that is going to suffice for our sauce that's going to top our Chicken Cordon Bleu, and it is an amazing. Some people will put cheese in this. I don't recommend that. It's too heavy already. This is a heavy dish coming to us live from the ingredients. So if you put cheese in there, man, and you've got ham and cheese. Oh, I just gave an answer. That's right, but somebody's already got that. That was the second answer. As we turn these birds around, take a look at these. These are, look at that. Now I'm going to bring this to you. Isn't that beautiful? That is just in olive oil, in a skillet. That's right, in a skillet. Now we are going to let you know these do have to be finished in an oven because of their size. I mean, these are little small turkeys, if you will. But nonetheless, isn't that a beautiful, the color is gorgeous. You see a lot of people char these if you're not careful. But again, we use a very high quality olive oil. I'll bring that back to you again so you can see that. We use a very high quality olive oil in our chicken Cordon Bleu. The sister to this is Chicken Kiev. That's right. Chicken Kiev is like a hardened garlic butter with some herbs that actually goes in the center of these instead of the ham and the cheese. And the idea is when you finish that and it comes out of the oven and you go to cut it, it literally explodes with the garlic and the butter. So these are going to cook down. The sauce is looking very good. We're going to do a little recap here and clean up, take a break. We're going to announce last week's winners. And when we come back from this little break, we're going to show you how we're going to present this. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen, loved ones. It's amazing. Again, we do this for the wow effect. And if you're on Shayna's TikTok and you want to subscribe to this show, I highly recommend you subscribe, you ring that bell, and you like us. And I'm going to put you in for the Jeep. We'll get your email in a little while, and that'll go into the spin. In fact, I'm going to change things around a little bit. We have about 3,000 subscribers right now, of which very few I know. Believe it or not, I probably only know a couple hundred. And rightfully so, the person who wins the Jeep, they really should be somebody from the community that participates often. And not to say that none of you thus far who have won have plays into that, but going forward, I want to, I know who that is, and I know them well enough to say, wow, they're from Chicago or they're from Florida. I really like California, but no, I'm just kidding. But nonetheless, we want to know who you are. So subscribe. If you're from Shayna's TikTok, we'd love to have you aboard. If you missed this broadcast, again, we have the replay. That's always fun too. I'm going to turn this off and give away a little bit more money. Oh, that's looking good. And I'm going to turn this off too, because these are ready. These are ready to go into the oven. Again, I just want to show you the awesome color and formation of these Chicken Cordon Bleus. And these, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, will feed probably 2 or 3 people. And the way we present that, you'll see it's not really a per person serving. It's more of a buffet, a mini buffet tray that you can put out on a table. And again, you're going to wow these people when they come and see this for sure. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, I got $200 or $300 more to give away. I want to talk to you more about that Jeep giveaway. Again, if you're from Shayna's TikTok, go ahead and subscribe. Don't be shy. We love to have you here. We're going to take a quick break, show you last week's winners of $100, come back and show you a presentation that's going to rock your world. We'll be right back right after this. Don't you dare go away. And we are back. Yes, you better watch out. I'm going to show up at your doorstep, maybe looking like that. I'm not really sure. But when I show up at Halloween here in just a few short weeks, you're going to be blown away. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with what we call the presentation portion of the show. Kind of my favorite. If I had to discard all the others, it'd be, I would leave this one because this is the one that really wows. And this is what sets our cooking program away and different from everybody else, is this right here, the last 10 minutes, when we give away some money and we have the presentation. All right, so what we've done here basically is we've taken a bird's nest. Is that a bird's nest? It really is. That is so cool. What's it made out of? Well, it's made out of sweet potato, and it's completely edible. Comes out of the oven. You can pastry brush that with a little garlic butter. That is a bird's nest, and look at the eggs. That's actually rice, steamed rice formed. I just put an egg in there to show you, just in case you didn't realize what that might be or what these might be. These are eggs. So you got the chicken, right? What came first, the egg or the chicken? Well, here you go. You got the nest, then you got the eggs, then you got the chicken. But we have the eggs here. Now, what typically will happen next is we will put the sauce over the chicken, but that is what the cordon bleu is going to look like. It's going to look like a roast, as I told you before. We're going to cut half of it and then slice it, and you can continue to slice this all. But what this is just an amazing combination of ingredients. And here comes the sauce velouté over the very top. You can see the steam on that. That is how you would serve that. We'll put a little bit more, and then I like to put a little bit on the eggs. Oh yes, just a little bit on that eggs with some chopped parsley. And there, ooh, goodness gracious. There you have it. Then you see, what is this little tomato thing sitting there by its side? Well, we are going to put and make this a mushroom. You've seen these mushrooms out in the wild perhaps. This is sour cream that I use to decorate, but basically, this is a mushroom that perhaps you've seen. It's a very poisonous mushroom, actually. The deer don't even touch it out in the wild. But this, as you can see, now this sits on, what does this sit on? Well, it sits on an egg. Of course it does. This is all about the egg show today. I'll put one more right there. Yes, okay, so there you have you see your mushroom. Isn't that cute? That is literally a poisonous mushroom made out of a tomato cap and an egg. And, oh my God, here we go. The topping, I need the sauce. Can someone name for $100 the second person who gets this right in the comments section? Can someone name the sauce today? It's one of the 5 mother sauces. Remember, we have bechamel, we have espagnole, we have tomato, we have hollandaise, and we have, I want to say it so bad. The second person who gets that right in the comments section will win $100. Let's go back and look at this again. This is just an amazing rendition. You saw how the chicken cordon bleu was made. We took the breast, we dipped it in the flour or dusted it in the flour, put it in the egg, put it in the cracker meal, and all those ingredients. Again, don't fret. The cookbook will have them by volume, by size. They are all going to basically be a 6-serving portion, but it'll all have this. And again, when you present this, my God, a sweet potato nest, some eggs made out of rice, and a chicken cordon bleu. And let me tell you, when I brought, that's the cordon bleu I was telling you about. Yeah, there's a piece missing because I had to try it. It was absolutely amazing. All right, we are pretty much running close out of time. I want to mention this Jeep again. If you are a new TikTok follower of ours and you've subscribed, we will contact you with that email and get that so you can spin. We put all these names in a spin. And again, I want to centralize this a little bit more. Last time we spun on Jeep number 3, I think we had like almost 2,700 people in there. I want to narrow that down. I want to know who's in there. And so I think everybody in this community, if you participate, you're going to have a very good chance of winning a Jeep Patriot. Like I said, we give 5 away a year. Through the grace of God, thank you, sir, we are able to produce that by the profits of our umbrella company, which is Exodus Auto Sales. By the way, we are the only, that I know of, 5.0 dealership, coming up on 400 reviews at 5.0. We work very hard for that, as well as the show. We are givers, we are lovers. Nothing stays in the pockets of your host, Steve Henry. I can promise you that. So without further ado, another question. I want to know what type of oil, what was the oil or the content that I cooked the chicken cordon bleu in? What kind of oil? Was it salad oil? Was it sesame oil? What kind of oil did I use in cooking these beautiful, I mean gorgeous, cordon bleu breasts today? I used a certain type of oil, which I highly recommend. I need the 3rd correct answer. Somebody who names the 3rd correct answer of the oil used in this chicken skillet for the Cordon Bleu will win $100. And I hope I've given like $500 out today. I always love to do that. We'll announce those winners. By the way, congratulations to all those winners. I love giving the money out every week. And again, by the way, you can win every week, only once though. So you can answer as many times as you want, but you're only going to win one time. I'll go down to the next person in line to actually produce that particular winner. Don't forget, if you missed the show, we have the replay. There's several other things going on, loved ones, that I'd love to share with you, but time is of the essence, unfortunately. We're up against a time slot. I love you. I want you to have a great week. Next week, I can give you some ideas. Green chili, remember we did that about 3 weeks ago? Well, the green chili season is about over. There's very few left. I've grabbed the last ones. We're going to make a green chili stew, and wait till you see how we present that one. If you like the sombrero presentation with the green chili rianos about 3 weeks ago, you're going to love this one. We got SpongeBob over here. SpongeBob is going to produce a seafood patty, not the Krabby Patty, but a seafood patty. It's going to, oh man, wait till you see how we're going to do that one. And also, we're going to have a surf and turf steak night. I'm going to present a steak, a skillet, and these, again, all skillet-oriented items in 15 minutes or less. That's the premise of this whole first series of the cookbook. We're going to have probably several cookbooks as this show unfolds. This one is all about the skillet. So, without further ado, I hope all of you have a great week this coming week. Love one another. Know you're loved here from this show, the Steve Henry Show, the Chicken Cordon Bleu. I recommend serving this. You won't be disappointed at all. I usually like to leave on a pretty big fanfare. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. If I can get these to go, we're going to go out and light this place on fire. Remember, I told you the only thing that really worries me the most about, and we don't have anything to worry about, obviously. They're a dud. They're a dud. Well, we've never had a dud on the show. We've never, ever had a dud. By golly, I don't know what it's going to take to light these. Somebody must have put those in the water, but we're not going to have a fire this. That's a good thing because we have a low ceiling. Remember, I told you about that. See you next week. I love you. Look forward to green chili stew. It's going to be next week. Don't miss it. Live right here at 4 o'clock Mountain Time, the Steve Henry Show. We'll see you next week. Bam! Look at